you can't do that. Dana will never be as good a promoter as Eddie Hearn. He's giving Eddie issues because he's getting resources from Turkey to do so. But Eddie is approachable. He's got good one-on-one interpersonal skills. So he doesn't want to change that because the fighters actually seek Eddie out to promote them. I don't think Dana has ever.
Yes. This might be one of them videos that don't stay up because I'm going to say some stuff that is likely going to get sticky with YouTube. What I might do is I might do the stream, take it down and edit it. That's what I might do. I'll keep it short so that way it won't take long to edit. Let's see if we can get this done though. My brethren took my new laptop because he hasn't got one in the studio. So I'm stuck with y'all when it might clap out and then I might have to try and go back on the PC. Oh dear. Life is crazy, you know that. Life is crazy. All right. Let's see what's going on in there. You know something? This is going to be uncomfortable. I know for a lot of people, it's going to be very uncomfortable. If it's going to work, but I'm going to ask a question. Outside mammals, I'm talking about man, not mammals, not an alpha male lion, an alpha male gorilla, an alpha male man. What is an alpha male man? What is an alpha male man? Just let me know as you filter in, you know what I'm saying? Tell me why also you hate Dana White and you hate Conor Benn. Because I'm going to tell you why I hate Ryan Garcia. Stephen Robinson, a man that all the ladies want to be around? This is probably just a small part. Why do I hate Ryan Garcia? No, let me change the word. Not hate. Resent. But then again, that could be semantics. Maybe I do. Because he took the Peds. And I don't really have a problem with him taking the Peds against Devin. But he was still saying he won the fight legit when he was popped. So was his promoter. And showed no remorse for that. And see, here's the thing. When I picked him to beat Barrios, I was in my feelings. That's why I picked Barrios. I made all these reasons up and rationalized it in my head that this was a legit reason why Barrios is going to win. Oh, he's bigger. He's had more fights. He done better against Tank than Ryan did. And Ryan lost to Rolly. And you know what that is? This is self-analysis. And this is why a lot of people don't like my channel. is because of the honesty. I'm telling you, I was in my feelings when I made the pick. Most of the people in my comment section, they won't do that. They won't tell you the real reason that they dislike people like Dana and Conor Benn. And I'll tell you in a minute why they don't like them. But I'm going to let more comments funnel in. I'll tell you in a minute why they don't like them. Right? Yeah. I didn't like Ryan because he didn't take accountability for what he did. But me not liking him, it's not Ryan's problem. It's my problem. Most men and women, they will see certain men and they will see, and women will see certain women. And they will be very scathing, judgmental about the lives that these people live. And just like me, how I rationalize why I dislike Ryan, they'll make up all these reasons why they dislike that person. But what's the truth? So it's going to be a bit deep today. Most people don't like their lives. They don't. They don't like getting up, doing their job. They don't. They don't like that they don't have enough money to pursue their hobbies, vocations, traveling. Most of us are just waiting to take our, and me included, to take our frustrations out on people in the media, in the spotlight, maybe people we actually are associated with, maybe not friends, maybe friends, maybe people we see. We are always waiting to take our frustrations out on someone who isn't popular, who seems to be going about doing whatever they like, regardless of what your feelings will be about what they do. Bloody liberties. Look at them strutting about, just doing whatever they like. Hit the like button. How much people, and I want some answers. You guys ain't answering. I notice, you see, you're not answering. I notice you're not answering because you don't want to give up. You don't want to give it up. You don't want to give up the truth. I notice you're not answering in the comment section. I notice you're not answering. And there's enough people watching the video, right? How much of you really are living life under your own terms? Not being told what to do, just saying, I want to do this, and I do it. How much of you are doing that? Is there a chance that you resent people who are actually just going out there and taking what they want? Do you believe there's a chance that you just resent them? Or maybe you don't now. Maybe you're in a good place. But have you ever I'm not going to say jealousy because then you're going to get in your feeling. Do you resent people who are just going ahead doing what they like? You see, because there's a lot of women out there who come be very moralistic. Oh, look at this OnlyFans hoe. She's the OnlyFans hoe. Yeah, but she's sexually liberated as well. She's sexually liberated, which a lot of women would like to be. They don't want to be oppressed or repressed in their sexuality. Right? Or you might see, they're saying, amongst, I don't want to make it separatist on race, but amongst, let's just say, black males, you might see some dudes who are hustling on the road and they've got gold and whatever, jewelry, money, women and stuff, nice cars and stuff like that. You're thinking, how did you get that? And you're thinking, you're taking liberties, and perhaps they are. You're not doing it by the book, and perhaps that is true. And there's a resentment there. Why is there a resentment there? Because you might think to yourself, well, look at this guy here, he don't work. He's getting his money through ill-gotten gains. He just gets away with everything. But if he's a roadman carry a lot of burden on their chests, which a lot of people can't see. Like people attempting to murder them, murder their people, family. Police leaning on them. All the nice things they have can be lost. And once it's in the system's hand, they can't get it back. It's probably not as glamorous as you think. How do you think Conor Benn felt the morning he woke up and his eyes were closed shut, bruised up, blue, after he fought Cedric Peynaud? How do you think he felt? Think he felt good? Do you think that was the brash, braggadocious Conor? Eight-figure purse sounds like a lot of money. But when your promoter's business is worth nearly $1 billion, and you came up the same way as your old man, not academically as talented as the Hearns, who have qualifications in accountancy. And don't get it twisted. I'm not saying the Hearns are lucky and this, that. Oh, look at you, white privilege like Wilder do. Yeah, you probably got there because you were a slave. No, Barry pulled himself up from the boots, bruh. From his boots, he strapped up his boots from nothing. And Eddie is a great promoter. But then again, people resent Eddie as well. Oh, look, you got everything from your dad. People are very resentful. The resentment is a bad thing. It's a real thing. But I'm not saying you shouldn't be resentful. You should be able to acknowledge it in you. If you can acknowledge your resentfulness, like I used to be, I realized I used to be resentful of the roadman where I was growing up. And then sometimes, I'm the type of dude, I get pretty philosophical. do poetry and all that shit. And I try and work things out, rationalize things. Sometimes practically, sometimes a little abstractly. And I realized that while I was looking at them as moralistically bankrupt and I was different, I started to realize I just wasn't as bold enough as them to do what they were doing to get money. It wasn't a moral issue. It was what they were doing. And I'm just going to tell you, especially if you're younger, like if you're older, you're probably just going to not want to hear what I'm saying. And some of you, you probably respect the conversation. That's fair enough if you're older. But if you're younger, you've got to be able to spot signs in you. You've got to recognize what could trigger jealousy, resentment, fear, or things that are different, that are not doing things the same way you. Like someone appears to just have much more. It appears to just take more, and it can get triggering. Why wouldn't it get triggering? Conor Benn is triggering. He's a triggering young person. He's triggering. Of course he is. Look at it. Man sprays his hair gold. Drops 50K in the Louis Vuitton store and then scores a 15 million pound or dollar deal. Leaves his promoter, who appears to have done everything for him, although that's not true. It's a partnership. And people seem to be, I don't know what it is. Is it because he's a young dude, or is it, I'd even say maybe, I'm not saying racism, but there's something racial in it. Like, oh, look at the white man help this dude. Because like, why are people to see it like Eddie just helped him all the way? Like Eddie got nothing out of it. Like Eddie's not benefiting. Eddie just helped this kid, this troubled kid. Why is it just being seen like that? Why didn't Eddie defend O'Hara Davis? O'Hara Davis had 16 fights. He lost one to Josh Taylor. And Eddie kicked him out of Matchroom. Kicked him out. You know why he kicked him out? Because the country turned against O'Hara Davis because of what the boy from Hull did. The boxer from Hull. Not Luke. What's his name? Tommy Coyle. There was talk about a Tommy Coyle O'Hara Davis fight. So Tommy Coyle had a beef with one of the Red Tops, the Sun newspaper. And apparently the beef was because of some coverage they had of Tommy in a certain gym. So when they were going back and forth, O'Hara was saying stuff like he was bigging up the Sun newspaper and he might even wear the logo into the ring. And Tommy got mad because he doesn't like the Sun. Oh, you like the Sun and you're irrehensible and thing. And then he started on him. Then all of a sudden, it was getting put out there that O'Hara Davis was disrespecting the people from Hillsborough in Sheffield, where there was a disaster at the football ground and a whole load of people got killed. It was a horrible, horrible, horrible incident. Right? Horrible. And O'Hara Davis doesn't even know anything about football. O'Hara Davis was about 2 years old when it happened. I was a grown man. I remember it like yesterday. O'Hara Davis didn't even know nothing about this. And you see that bastard Tommy Coyle and Tony Bellew, right? They threw this kid under the bus. Oh, look what you're saying about the thing, but you're bigging up the Sun newspaper. He said nothing about the Hillsborough. He knew nothing about it. And Eddie threw him off there. And that's why O'Hara kept saying he's thrown out under the bus, right? Let me tell you something about you, Eddie Hearn. Do you know what O'Hara Davis went through? From death threats. Death threat after death threat. Eddie didn't protect him. He was supposed to be on the Liverpool card. Oh, unfortunately, O'Hara Davis won't be on the card. And then he got released by Tony Sims out the gym. He was in the Matchroom gym. He got released out of the gym. But let's just put another scenario together. If O'Hara Davis was headlining that Liverpool card, but let's change the venue. Let's change it to a stadium. If O'Hara Davis was bringing stadium fights to Eddie Hearn, would he have defended him? What do you guys reckon? No, it was moral in it. Eddie was being moralistically responsible for the people in Hillsborough, right? That's what he would have done, right? Tell me, like, honestly, what would Eddie have done? If O'Hara Davis was doing stadium fights, would Eddie Hearn have tossed him out of Matchroom? Would he have tossed him out of Matchroom? Get your money, Connor. Get your money, bro. Get your money. Because Connor is not an academically studied kid. He's not. Connor used to do painting and decorating, and his dad made him. Not made him, but he had to make his own money. His dad weren't just giving him money. His dad brought him up hard. You know what a lot of people don't realize, right? You see, like boys especially, girls get it a little easier. If you've got a wealthy dad, you do understand, yeah? If you've got a wealthy dad, you're going to have a harder life than someone with just regular money and a regular dad. You're going to have a harder life than they do. Because your dad's going to make it a point. He's going to make it a point that you understand the value of money. That you understand that he didn't always have it like that. And that you don't just get a handout because you're part of the bloodline. Eddie had regular jobs. Eddie probably worked harder than a lot of kids who are signing on the dole right now, not looking to work. Yeah. Threw me under the bus, O'Hara Davis. Threw me under the bus. Tone made a great comment today. Tone made a great comment. Tone said, they don't come here to hear my perspective. They come here to hear what they want to be heard, but in my voice. They want me to echo the same feelings of I hate Conor Benn, I hate Eddie Hearn at times, I hate this guy, I hate that guy, because that's the narrative. They just want me to echo, be in the echo chamber. There was one guy, I want to go exactly to his comment. I think Hattie Macken responded to him. I've got to find his comment. This is how desperate these people are to take your individuality away and make you be like them. I want to watch Shields versus Cruz. Is Cruz's ankle okay? I want to watch that in a minute. It's all right. I can put it on the big screen actually. So that's so cool. That's so good. I want to find this video though. There's one comment in particular I need to find. Lady Chan, what's up? I see you in there. I see you in the building. Yeah, resentment. It's a serious thing. Like with women, you see, like if a woman starts, like if a woman is very sexually expressive, she intimidates a lot of men and she intimidates a lot of women. Oh, you SLAG, you this, that, you this and that. And a lot of these people are repressed and they're taking out their repression on this woman. And that's, I did it. And then I've had to say, you know what this is? I mean, like, I need to break her. We need to break her and make her feel inadequate. So we don't feel inadequate. It's bullying. It's literally bullying. Oh, you do OnlyFans. So, yeah, she's not your daughter. She's not your wife. She's not your friend. She's not your mum. Go about your way. Go your way and do what you're doing. Let me find this comment. And yeah, like I said, I used to resent. And then, you know what happened? My friend was one of them. And he was a bastard. Because you know what he started doing? He started lending me his cars. Like brand new whips and shit. And like, I remember getting stopped by the police in one of the whips. And one of the police officers, a young guy, I saw him after and he told me why they stopped me. They said, they saw it was his car, but you were driving it. And they stopped it for that reason. And it was a snitch who led them to follow me and my brethren in the car. It was a snitch. They told me. And he said, you need to be careful hanging around with him. I said, why? Why should I be careful hanging around with him? And the truth is, yeah, if you get into that lifestyle where there's a lot of decadence, you might find, rather than you resenting people, you actually enjoy it. If you're truthful, you enjoy it. Conor don't care. When Conor heard that them university students were barracking Anthony Joshua, he said he wouldn't have approached them. He said he would have just drove past them in the Porsche. And that's Conor. Yeah, he would have protected the money. That's what he would have done, Richard. He would have protected the money. Conor didn't get the protection. You resent people who are not humble. Why? Why do you resent them? Because they're not humble. Their day is their day. Their vision is their vision. If they're not humble and they're not rude to you, why do you resent them? You need to work that out. You need to work that why it grinds your gears. Why would it grind your gears? You see, to me, that's a problem that it grinds your gears. It shouldn't grind your gears. If you want to be humble, be humble. But expecting everyone to be humble to make you not get your gears grinded, it's terrible. I'm not having a go at you, but it's something you need to work on. Like it shouldn't. Like you need to find a way to rationalize it that it doesn't grind your gears. You don't know what they've been through, why they need to be who they are, or why they. You haven't got a clue. You don't know what inspires them. Let me see the comment, man. Hmm. Where's the comment? Where's the comment? The comment was ridiculous. It was the stupidest comment. Right. Yeah, Tone says some people don't want a conversation; they want to echo. They aren't looking for your perspective. They want to hear their own biases read back to them in your voice. Promoter gets shat on by a boxer. That's a turn up for the books. It's normally one way traffic. Dog eat dog sport. Yeah, that's what it is. Like Conor made a decision, man. He made a decision. He made, and like, listen, in a few years' time, Conor won't be able to make that money. Like, you know what interests me about Mayweather's comeback? I want to see how much money he's able to make. That's what I want to see. Right. Um, the comment seems to have disappeared. They were, you know what they were saying? They were basically saying, you do realize everybody else um, thinks this about Conor, except you. So because I'm not mad that Conor took the deal, there's a problem with that. Were you mad when Hearn let O'Hara Davis go? What about Michael Hunter? Michael Hunter beat Martin Bakole. Who else did he beat? He beat Ustinov. He wasn't on Matchroom when he beat Bakole, but he beat Ustinov on Matchroom. He beat someone else. Could have been Sergei Kuzmin. And then he drew with Povetkin and he actually won the fight. You know what Eddie Hearn did? He dropped him. He dropped him. And he dropped Martin Bakole. He dropped Martin Bakole and Michael Hunter when they hadn't lost the fight while they were signed to Matchroom. He dropped both of them. Why? Because he had the Golden Boy, the unified champion, kicking ass at the time. He dropped them. Anthony Joshua. And I made a few videos saying, why have you dropped them? But, it is what it is. Maybe they should air, and if they were to air out their vexation that Eddie dropped them, Eddie would be like, well, I had to. I mean, why are they complaining? I gave them this chance, that chance, and like O'Hara Davis was nearly destroyed. O'Hara Davis comes from a rough part of this country. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an honorary Hackney kid. Not from there, but I'm an honorary Hackney kid. It's my manner just as nearly as much as theirs, yeah? Got family there, friends, and just used to be there all the time. I know he's a root. Yeah? And the whole country was against him. The whole country. Oh, look at you disrespecting the people in the Hillsborough. You know what it is? Because people can't wait to find a punch bag. It's probably something built in the human condition. It's something built in the human condition. We need a punch bag. Let's get a punch. You know what a punch bag is right now? The punch bag is that Mountbatten geezer or whatever they call it. He's the punch bag right now. Everybody's punch bag. I'm not saying anything, but he's a punch bag. His own family sold him out to try and take the heat off them, even though they protected this man's name and they funded his legal suits. They're talking about, yeah, we're punishing him. You're punishing him by putting him in mansions that could fit 3 football pitches in. It's not really punishment like that, is it? Huh? And I'm not saying he should get punished, but all this, we're going to deny him being called a prince. Big flipping deal. He's a punch bag. Another punch bag is Prince Harry's wife. And I don't know much about her. Punch bag. Look how she disrespecting who exactly? Like what? Why are you so annoyed about what this woman is doing? Why are you so annoyed? But back to Mr. Mountbatten. He ain't did nothing that lots of the members of the royal family and connected to them haven't did. He's done nothing they ain't did. What lots of men in the aristocracy or in the circle haven't did. Run a few trains here and there. He's done nothing. That's why, do you remember I done the hangout? I said, yo, I'm still going to call him Prince Andrew. If I'm going to call the rest of them by their names, they're monarchs and whatnot. Yeah, you're still Prince Andrew. Nothing changed. What's really changed? Yeah, the comment's gone. The comment has gone. An alpha male. I tell you what an alpha male is, right? As in the male species, an alpha male in boxing. An alpha male is someone who would take the peds to get the belt, to get the money. That's the alpha male. You might think, no, it's just someone who trains hard and does everything by the book. That's not an alpha male. That's not what the alpha male lion does or the alpha male gorilla. Yeah? The alpha male lion, when it's going to mate with the female lion, and he wants to produce his own cubs, he takes her cubs out, unalives them, and it's not pretty, right? Whether you like it or not, right? I'm not saying listen. I'm not saying to go ahead and do that. I'm saying some people would do what they have to do to get where they have to get, right? And now I'm not trying to say Conor like, because Conor's not doing nothing illegal. Like, what he done was legal. Like Dana White as well. People like Dana White, oh, you're ripping. Yeah, fair enough. He's got a few trust action lawsuits and suits. But that's the pay structure. And look, like I'm saying, there's a lot of people in the comment section. If they could be a bit more ruthless to make their life easier, I reckon a lot of you would. A lot of us would. But we either don't know how to, or we just don't really have it in us like that. That the alpha male just do what he's got to do. You know what I mean? Rupert Murdoch is an alpha male. Because he'll put whatever agendas he wants to put out there. Right? And see, people are probably confused. You're bigging these people up. I'm not bigging them up. I'm saying you have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. You can put your nose to the grindstone, work a regular job. You're likely, though, never to get the same privileges as the alpha male. It is what it is. You won't have your pick of the litter, women, cars, houses. You won't be able to live in the best areas in the country, etc. It is what it is. When Rupert Murdoch does his taxes, he, amongst a few other men, the tax man, does not want to do the job because it's almost like he's after them than them after him. That's how powerful he is. That's how deep he's went into the science of money. Man like him, Warren Buffett, them guys. Oh, I just missed Daniel Perkins. One sec, people. Right, which one of you took my remote control there? Can't find my remote control. Man, get your ass thing. Where's it gone? I didn't realize it started, man. Bastard. Bastard. Bloody bastard. Right, got it. When I do vids, yeah, sometimes I will give my opinion on what I feel about the person or the situation. But sometimes I'll just produce the receipts and say, yo, like, what is it? See, the thing is, right? Let's go back to Conor. What is the difference? What is the difference between Conor Benn's situation? and another matching rights situation. Now, I know basically going to say they're not all the same. Obviously, they're not the same. I'm just saying it's a matching rights. It is a matching rights. You can say it's not a matching rights, but it is a matching rights. What is the difference between this one and another one? Either DAZN or Eddie put the money up, or they don't put the money up. What? Because like, what is it Eddie did really? Like, what Eddie went on Talk Sport and had a couple of rucks with Simon Jordan. Didn't that help Eddie's brand as well? Muhammad, he says, damn, that's cruel. Thank God I'm not a lion. I think you're one of the last Sigma. What is a Sigma, Mel? Richard, he says, men taking what they think is theirs by any means, then justifying it after. Some don't even justify it, Richard. Some don't even justify it. I don't know what a Sigma male is, Muhammad. I'll have to go look it up. Hey, if you're a Sigma and you're happy, as long as you're happy, Muhammad, that's all what matters. If you're not happy, but if you're content being that, then there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Lady Chan, I think it hurt Eddie's brand defending a drug cheat and covering up. How did it help his brand? His company's near $1 billion. He's got about 6 world champions in America and about 3 here. How did it hurt his brand? It hasn't hurt his brand at all. Hurt his brand. He's working with Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller took the whole pharmacy. Jarrell Miller's was on his last card. He promoted it, didn't he? With the Ring magazine. Eddie Hearn was the promoter. Don't hurt his brand. It helps build the fights. If you've got a good pet story, it helps build the fight. Conor Benn, listen. Conor Benn went from an arena fight with Chris Eubank when he was ped-free. By the time the ped story picked up so many miles on Talk Sport mainly, I mean, that story built Simon Jordan. It built him as in the boxing world, and it built the Talk Sports boxing platform. It was a stadium fight by the time it was in the ring. I don't think it hurt his reputation at all, because like it didn't hurt his reputation at all. Boxing promoters, right? Boxing promoters are normally from very rough backgrounds and end up Panani. Frank Warren got shot. You know why Frank Warren got shot? Because Frank Warren, right, when he used to run with the old National Boxing Council, when he used to do shows up the road there, up the Rainbow Theatre, was running with gangsters. Lenny McLean. And what was the other one? Roy Shaw and them fights. Lenny McLean and the boys. All you have to do is take one look into Frank Warren's late deceased brother. There's one look in his eyes, and you can listen, right? Don King's got, people say that Don King's got one body. Don King's got 2 bodies. He used to run the numbers game. Yeah? Before them guys in America, it was Norris. What's his name? James Norris. One of the most powerful people in sports history. Right? They used to run, what was their organization called? Bruce would probably know it. Where Jake Lamar had to throw the fight. IBC. I think they were the IBC. Right? They ran boxing, right? over here when Jack Solomons used to do it around the same time. He used to do he was the biggest promoter, first big promoter in the UK boxing. He had Benny Huntsman, didn't he? He had Benny Huntsman, Roadman, right? One of our most popular world champions at that time, Freddie Mills, found dead in his car. Suspicious circumstances. Yeah. Jack Solomon's office was up Soho. Freddie Mills' club was up Soho. That's where Benny Huntsman, all of the bad. Listen, see, people think Britain is this nice, Britain, such a nice country. Listen, bro, listen. In the 40s in our country, right? Drugs, vice, prostitution, violence up Soho, Compton Street, up them sides there. Just as vicious as it was today. Yeah? It is what it is. But like, you've got to be a bit of a lad to be a promoter. You've got to be a bit of a lad. You can't be squeamish. Yeah? Can't be squeamish, bro. When Frank Warren was coming up, this was after the National Boxing Council when he was doing white collar boxing. When he was coming up in the 80s, yeah? Frank went to make a fight on a card. I can't remember who the heavyweight he was showcasing, but they were going to fight an American journeyman named Oscar Holman. Holman failed a brain scan and failed it bad, right? Failed it bad. But at the time, Frank was on the come up and the cartel were running things. And when they wanted to make a fight with this same journeyman heavyweight for their prospect, right? He gets past the medical. He gets through the brain scans and he's allowed to fight. What about Eddie's dad? What about Eddie's dad, Barry? Julian Jackson suffered from cataracts, yeah? Suffered from bad cataracts. WBC middleweight champion. At the time, I believe Barry had a contract or some kind of situation with Harold So Harold Graham had a title shot. Barry's promoting it. Julian Jackson couldn't pass a medical anywhere in the UK. So rather than Barry say, well, this guy's got cataracts, and it's not just Barry, but Barry put the fight in Spain, where they knew he wouldn't be tested. These guys, listen, see all this concern, the Muhammad Ali Act, it's a lot of bull crap, bruh. All these promoters are talking crap. And media, any historian would know that it's a load of crap. All you'd have to do is a little boxing history, like I do. And see, that's why I'm so confident when I talk about it. Because I know the history of the sport, you see. It's a load of bull crap. It's the biggest load of junk ever. Tone, he said, I can see Matchroom and Ben working together again someday. Not so long ago, it was inconceivable that Matchroom and Queensbury would have joint promotions if there's a pound note to be made. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Eddie's working with Jarrell Miller. I'll never work with him again. He nearly killed my mate AJ. If he was your mate, if AJ was really your mate, you would never work with Jarrell Miller again. Base, a Sigma male is an independent, self-reliant, introverted individual who operates outside of traditional social hierarchies, often labeled a lone wolf. I don't know. I don't like labels like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Richard Lyon. Okay, didn't know it until now. He's probably Sonia Poulton. She's live. Anyone know Sonia Poulton? Oh, Mr. Perkins. I'll watch it later. Who's fighting now? Yeah, like it's frustrating sometimes. You get what I'm saying? It is frustrating. It is frustrating. It is frustrating. You see people doing things that you might want to do, and you might not have the means to do it, or you might not have the guts to take the initiative. Of course. I mean, Conor Benn is a guy, he takes the bull by the horns, just like his dad. They take the bull by the horns. And it can throw people off. You see, I'm willing to bet that most women wouldn't find Conor Benn as most men do. Most women, not most, I would say a big percentage of women will say, yo, this is a guy who goes out and gets it. He's going to provide for her. That's what a lot of women will say. He goes out and gets it. While other men will say, ungrateful, selfish, doesn't care, all about himself. What position are we in really, though? And I'm talking about all of us, right? Never earned millions in our life. I know I haven't. Never earned millions. Never been in that position where you can dictate your check. What position are we in to say what we would turn down from what we wouldn't really? Because I'm still seeing it now. People saying he could have phoned it, he could have did this, that. Well, what would that do really? It's a matching right. No, you're not pushing it. I'm just saying I don't know if I'm a Sigma. You might be Sigma. Am I'm a Sigma? A Sigma, independent, self-reliant. All right, that's me. Introverted. No, I'm not an introvert. I don't think. Who operates outside traditional social hierarchies. Often labeled a lone wolf. I don't know. I don't function well without a woman. I ain't got a regular partner now. I don't function well like that. I don't function well. I'll be the first to admit that I don't. A lot of these new age new age guys in the manosphere don't need women and this independent, this just need women just to give a little throw down once in a while. I don't know about that. I don't know. The home, the home isn't really. It's just different without a woman there. I'm just not just talking about just, you know what I mean, like getting your flipping rocks off or whatever. I'm just talking like the presence. Is it like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Mean and moody, laughing my ass off. Big up, Tony. um, there's so many like different labels now. Sigma. How long has that term been out? Sigma. That term went around when I was a youth, or even when I was in my 30s. That's a new, like, how long? It's probably been there a long. I bet it's been there probably longer than what I think. Sigma, like Sigma male. Like what sort of like cis man and cis woman? What is that? When when did it start? Sigma. Yeah, you see, 2010 originated. Sigma male originated in the 2010s, gaining prominence through online blogs and social media. Flip it now, man. Why? What benefit do all these labels bring to us? What are the benefits? Are there any benefits? Are they using all these terms to trap you? Right, cisgender often shortened to terms mid-90s that started. See, these are all modern. What is it? It's all modern, isn't it? It's just modern crap. I ain't no cis male, bro. Don't call me no cis nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't cis. You don't call me that. Social joins. It's always been around Greek words omega, alpha, beta, sigma. Not in that context though. I'm talking about in the context of what they're using it. The context of what they're using it is 2010s. They've took it from the alphabet, the Greek alphabet, what you're saying, and they've given it a different definition. You know what I mean? Like they hijacked the rainbow thing and they hijacked the word gay. You know what I mean? When the Flintstones started and you heard the theme song, gay didn't mean what it meant now. It didn't mean that. It just meant happy. Muhammad says 2010 is like 100 years ago beats. Facebook and Twitter were not popular back then. No. That is contemporary history. That's like the other day, 2010. Yeah. Craziness, man. Cis male. All these terms. I'm just a male. Just male. Yeah? Just male. Social joins personally. types often used to categorize social behavior: alpha, dominant, confident, leader; beta, subordinate, agreeable, loyal; sigma, independent, successful, wolf, etc., etc. I see what you're saying. All right, I stand corrected on that. I stand corrected. Alpha dominant, beta subordinate. Yeah. You have a point. You have a point. What goon? I think goon has always had that thuggish connotation. Well, not always. I don't think it's had a thuggish connotation. I don't know. But it's like Dana. Like Dana is he's a bullish guy, in it. He's a bullish guy. He doesn't like the media. He doesn't like nobody. Right? He don't like nobody. He is who he is. And people, I think in the comment section, they want me just to start ragging on Dana. But the facts are, though, here are the facts. People wanted to destroy the Zooper platform before it got off the ground. But these are the same people who say they have the fighters' welfare prioritized. If you've got the fighters' welfare prioritized, you would actually hope that the platform does well. Because if it does well, that means the fighters will get opportunities and they'll be able to pay their bills. You wanting the platform to fail is actually counterproductive to saying that your priority is the fighters' welfare, their financial welfare. It's actually counterproductive. And the thing is, I've been consistent. When the PBC came out, I supported because they were putting on a lot of free boxing and some good matchups. And then when it got stupid, like they're putting Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu as some big pay-per-view event for $80, and it's just not worth $80. Neither of them is a champion. They're definitely on Oh, is that a bad knockout there? Boy, this man got stretched out. He's flattened out, bro. This looks bad, you know. This looks really bad. They're having to lift up his leg to try and revive it. Boxing is savage, bro. I didn't catch it, you know. I didn't catch it. Dana is providing opportunities at a time where Top Rank, no network deal, Golden Boy don't know when their next card is. He's providing opportunities for a lot of people. Or Turkey is. Or Dana is fronting. And that's all I'm seeing, right? Why am I gonna try and pull down the platform if the boxers are signing the contracts and they're happy with signing with? What does it have to do with me? Why am I saying they're getting a bad deal if they're not saying it? One thing, right, you need to take advantage of if you're a Westerner. We're all most of us are West. Some of us in the comment section aren't West, but I'm a Westerner, right? You need to take advantage of freedom of choice. You need to take advantage of that, right? Because some people don't have it. Yeah, I probably will. I don't know, to be honest, Shan, if I'm going to stay on. Tone says Sigma male, Billy no mates. Like all that shit. There's Sigma and what's the other term? Sigma and cis or whatever. Yeah, Sigma. It's just incel, isn't it? Really, it's just an incel. Nothing wrong with being an incel. If that's what it is. If that's what you want. Nothing wrong with that either. Um, some men either don't really stress getting the bush like that, or maybe they have an inability for it, and they're not particularly bothered by it. Maybe they don't have high sex drives. Maybe they just find the whole dating and relationship process a bit too much. A lot of women are like that too. Yeah. As Dana even mentioned Bricktop yet. Well, why would he? Bricktop is not interfering with what he does in America. Toast his main hobbies are gazing out of his bedroom window on a gloomy day. That's what it is, though, isn't it? Like Sigma, cis male. Cis male, a man who is identified by his sexual orientation or that's just stupid crap, man. Yeah, he looked like he had a fit. The fight had just started and he collapsed and had a fit. Bloody hell. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, he's in the corner. Oh, bloody hell. He just fell off the stool. Oh, bloody hell. And the round card girl is still walking about, you know. The round card girl's still walking about. The man's stricken on the floor. She's strutting her stuff. Nah, he's not signing in for America, Bungus. The fight is going to be in the UK, apparently. That's what they said anyway. Wait, he just had a fit? What, epilepsy or something? Yeah, some kind of seizure. My man. I don't know what you're going to do, but boxing is not for you. Boxing is not for you. The guy's celebrating like he won something. The guy in the fit, you didn't win the fight. Why are you going on the top rope? Why is he going on? This is the weirdest thing ever. This could only happen at a Clarissa Shields fight. Only at Clarissa fit. Why are you celebrating like you won something? Your opponent had a fit and you're climbing on the top rope. Why isn't the security stopping him? Why are you celebrating? This is mad. It's a mad one, people. This is a mad one. The man said this is mad. This is madness. You Americans are nutty, bruh. No disrespect to the Americans in the thing. You guys are crazy over there. Yeah, they didn't have no medicals over there, Jan. Man going in the ring with epilepsy. You get how he get in the ring? He probably saw the lights in the building. And it shut off his neurological. Tone said, if I got paid without having to take a punch, I'd be on the top rope too. True. That's true. Bloody hell. I think, hey, if that was Zufa, I don't think Dana would pay them in that circumstance. Dana probably got a rule. If you have a diabetic seizure in the ring, you won't be getting paid. You or the opponent. Winner by TKO, and they're raising his hand like he won and giving him belts. This is mad. This is a crazy one. That's crazy. That's crazy. Mad. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world. I don't know what to do with that one, Chan. That's just mad. That's mad. That is mad. You know what it is, yeah? Some of you too young to remember. See, Senior. Yeah? Gets a lot of respect in it. Older statesman. Oh, look, the Senior. Legend, the Senior. Listen. A lot of the Brits did not like him in his prime. They didn't. They didn't. I'm not saying he weren't popular, but a lot of them didn't like him. They didn't like him. Mike Tyson, a lot of the press and the media, they didn't like him. Ali. Tone, remember how Charles Martin won the belt? Who did he beat? Was it Glashkov? He won the belt. Did Glashkov get injured, didn't it? Got injured. Yeah, it was a little different than this, Tone, man. The man had a fit, man. The man had epilepsy in the ring or whatever it was. While he was sitting on the stool. Yeah, man. Look, all them grills in his. Look all the goals in his mouth, bro. Bloody hell. Eubank Senior. Let me tell you something, right? 1991, White Hart Lane, today known as Tottenham Stadium. When Eubank had the rematch with Michael Watson, right? The whole of Fleet Street were against him. Michael Watson had Tim Westwood playing Mama's Gonna Knock You Out. And even he said in the documentary, everybody was against Eubank. Everybody, the whole country was against Eubank Senior. Everybody. Right? And Seniors even acknowledged it. Everybody liked Michael Watson because he was humble, he was quiet, he was well behaved, went to church, and everybody liked Michael. Michael never offended no one. Right? The whole country thought that Michael won the first fight and got robbed, and Eubank got the decision. And they were all calling for Eubank's downfall. And let me tell you something, bro. The crowd were going crazy. And Eubanks was taking a bad beating. A bad beating. And Michael, he developed a hatred for Eubank. And that wasn't Michael's temperament. That wasn't Michael. He developed a real hatred for you. That's what it seemed to me. And Michael fought way more aggressively than we had previously seen. Was there, Chan? Yeah. He played Mama said knock you out. Michael's on ring walk. And Michael was beating the crap out of Chris. He was beating the crap out of him. You saw how it ended. Chris wasn't always like that, man. He wasn't. He used to get on people's nerves. Yeah. A lot of people were turning up there hoping Chris would get his ass bust. Crazy. It's funny how years change things, isn't it? The years change things around, man. Like when people talk about Sonny Liston, oh yeah, Sonny Liston and this, that. They hated Sonny. People, listen. Sonny Liston was in that number one spot for at least 3-4 years before he got a title shot. There's some fighters they just don't like. Oh yeah. The football wasn't good, Tom. It's never good. You know something? I actually get ill when Tottenham are playing before the game. I mean, I try and hide. I hide behind the flipping underneath the bed, bro. Actual facts. Dog walked his ass. Who we talking about? The passion. Yeah, it wasn't liked. They liked Nigel. Yeah, we got smashed up, man. I mean, hide behind the sofa and stuff, bro. You know what I mean? I was going for my walk and like flipping. I went to check in the scores, and when I saw the scores, I was just like, why did I even check in? Why did I think it was 1-1? By the time I checked the phone, you know what I mean? It was cricket scores, bro. It was a cricket score. I said, what? This is the worst Tottenham team ever. The worst. They're going to take us into the. What's the division below us right now? It's not even first division no more. What do they call it now? Imagine taking that big flipping space station stadium into the first division. That's just an embarrassment beyond embarrassment, man. How are you going to invest in like this big scientific space station stadium and not invest in the team? What? Bloody Tottenham, man. My friends acting like idiots. Blowing me up on Facebook. Leave me alone. You know, I don't talk about no football. And they're flipping loving it. It's just a flipping. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. Absolute joke. The new manager's even worse than the flipping. previous. That's Terence Crawford with Clarissa. You see when Clarissa's talking with Terence, she turns really girly, innit? She becomes really girly. She becomes really girly. That means she must have a lot of respect for a minute. There's not much men who can make Clarissa become girly. Probably Pap, Terence, and a few more. I see when Clarissa's talking, I was like, but it's like if she was his little sister. Yeah, Sky Bet Championship, Tom. Sky Bet Championship on the way, you know. Sky Bet Championship. I'm telling you. No. Can't do no Sky Bet Championship. No, man. But it's on the way though. We're playing so bad. I'm having to actually look at it and perhaps come to terms with reality. We are 4 points off the drop zone. West Ham are in 25th, are in 18. We're in 16. We are 4 points off the drop zone. Literally 4 points. It's scary. It's now scary. Right? Now, the saving grace, if I can call it that, is Burnley. Well, and Wolves. I mean, Wolves are gone. Wolves are goners. Yeah, we're not gonna finish last. I don't think we're gonna finish 20th or 19th. But that 18th spot is looking. Forest on 27 points. We're on 29. Wolves are cooked. Burnley not looking clever. We're 10 points ahead of Burnley, which, you know what I mean, with 10 games, I mean, it's that 18th spot. West Ham, you know. Didn't West Ham beat us the other day? How did we lose to West Ham? Oh my gosh, man. Tottenham, no, man. You're losing to the 18th position team. Who's that punching there? Craziness, man. The worst season ever. I've supported. This is the worst. This is the worst. Oh, you're not a Clarissa Shields fan. Yeah, Bud loves Shields. Bud's got enough respect for Clarissa. I don't know though. Sometimes I see Clarissa, just like, I mean, on some of the views, it's just like, damn, she's got the back in it, the back off. Dano, Forest will go down, hopefully keeping you up. Relying on teams playing bad to stay up, that's when it's really bad. Bad when you're relying on the downfall of others to stay up. That's when it's really bad, bro. Really bad. Really, really bad. Horrible. Dano, yeah, Wolves have set the record for the worst season ever. Is that so, yeah? Tom said what they call my size. Yeah, she got the back off, bro. She got the back off. Got the back off, Clarissa. Wait, are they fighting at? 10 points for Wolves. What have they been doing for the season? That's not all right. How much games have they won? Let's have a look. They've won 1 game. So the rest have been draws. 7 draws. 7 draws, won 1 game, and lost a team. Wow. How much? We're not even far behind. I can't even say nothing. How much games have we lost? They've lost 18. No, not 18. They lost 20. We've lost 12. They've lost 20 games, man. We've lost 12 games. That is shocking. Absolutely shocking, man. And we started the season well, you know. Most of them games we won were at the start. We started pretty well. And you know what happened, man? Like, at the press conference, they started fighting and flipping. Cruz got an ankle swollen up. Fighting and he got called off. My gosh. Yeah, Conor Benn, probably the most hated boxer in the United Kingdom that you're likely to see. What other boxers were really hated from the United Kingdom? You know what they didn't like over here is Lennox. They didn't like Lennox either. Why do you think he fought so much in the US? Yeah, he migrated back over here, didn't he? After he won the Olympics. They didn't like Lennox. You know when they started liking Lennox? Is after he got conned out of the first fight with Holyfield. That was a con. It was a con job. Then he started developing a bit more fans. What other fighters did they really like over there? Khan had a decent fan base, but Khan had a lot of racist detractors. A lot. A whole lot, bro. When he lost to Bradis Prescott, I was new to the internet. I was pretty new. Let me see what year that was. And I was shocked. I was horrified. Let me see what year. Amir Khan versus Bradis Prescott. No, you're not going to do it for me. I have to do it manually. Amir Khan. Let me just go to his box. What year was that? It always comes up with the other Amir Khan, you know. Like if you put in Jack Johnson, it's got this singer who comes up before Jack. That's offensive. Now I know he probably gets more hits in 2026, but I'm still offended. I'm still offended. You know what I mean? What year was that? (2008). It seemed earlier than that. I wasn't that new to the internet, but I was pretty new. But I think I got the internet around 2006, but I had a period where I didn't have it. And then when I was watching Brady, like I was looking at the comments on YouTube and on social media, and they were barracking him after he like it was horrible, horrible. Why were they doing him like that? Is it just like a closed off group of people with that mindset? Yeah, proper long time back. Yeah, Khan's been boxing pro since about 2004, I would imagine. 2005. I remember his debut on ITV with Frank Warren. With Frank Warren on it. Yeah. Yeah, Khan was strongly disliked, Chan. He got Tony. Says Prince Hamid, he got a lot of hate. Remember, Bunce brought up the story, yeah? But he didn't say the name of the journalist. Remember, I worked it out. It was Colin Hart. When he lost to Barrera in America, the journalist that went over there from the UK, they were throwing high fives that he lost, and Steve Bunce sold them out. Yeah. Billy Joe Saunders. You know what with Billy, yeah? Billy done some horrible things, man. When it was locked down and he done that video about punching up your wife on the punch bag, that was just like, it's just stupid, isn't it? I mean, it was just really stupid. Billy just like a dumbass. Yeah, David Hay got hate. Yeah, yeah, he got a lot of hate, Tom. Yeah, and phew, Audley got it bad, man. Audley got it really bad. Mm-mm. You know what it was with Audley, man? Audley didn't sign with Barry Hearn or Eddie. He went along with A Force Promotions and got that deal on BBC, and the whole industry turned against him. They all turned against him, and they were preying on his downfall. Literally, it was quite nasty, actually. They hated on Audley really bad, man. Audley brought all the sponsorship money into the Olympic teams, though, because he won the gold medal, and it was Audley who got the lottery to fund the boxing teams. Chan said Audley got it because he talked a big game and he was trash when he turned pro. Chan, let me tell you this, Chan, yeah? See what we're talking about today, Chan? About the motivations for a promoter to protect a fighter, right? There have been worse fighters than Audley Harrison representing this country. There's been worse. Audley didn't have the complexion. I'm telling you now, he didn't have the complexion for the protection. He didn't have Frank Warren, and he didn't have Barry Hearn, and he didn't have the British Boxing Board of Control backing him because he didn't sign with either of the two, right? It's no different with Joe Bugner, right? When Joe Bugner beat Henry Cooper, he literally beat the establishment. And after he did that, that was his lot. That's when they started focusing on, oh, Joe is really negative when he fights. But Joe was the best heavyweight we had at that time. and he got a lot of stick. If Audley had Frank Warren promoting him, we have to understand, right? When Audley was boxing, I used to buy a lot of the Red Tops. Frank Warren used to have a column in the Daily Mirror. And if you've got the promotion behind you, the management behind you, then you also have the protection from Fleet Street. I'm not saying they won't critique you at all, but you won't get the endless diatribes that Audley was getting. The reason they gave Audley stick because he went outside of protocol and he didn't sign for one of the major promoters. Audley came on BBC with a black promotional outlet. What was the tall guy who the tall West African brother? I forgot his name now. Who led it? And then he had these black women there, and the black who were like, "You can't do that, Audley. What are you doing? Can't do that, bro." Yeah, but that was long after he debuted. Yeah. Audley won the 2000 Olympics in Greece. Was it 2000? Yeah, it was the 2000 Olympics in Greece. When he fought David Haye, what year was that? That was around 2010, wasn't it? About 2010, 2011. My God. I won't say what I was going to say. I'll keep it to myself. I won't say it because I won't say it. Keep my mouth shut, man. Yeah, I'm getting wiser as I get older. Don't say everything that comes to your mind. I'm getting wise, man. I'm getting wise, people. I'm getting wise. Staying out of trouble, man. Right. Yeah. David Haye and Audley. It was David Haye in 2 fights with Audley and Vladimir Klitschko on Sky Sports. Did you know that Sky, after the Vladimir Klitschko fight, didn't do pay-per-view for about 2 years after when Carl Froch, I can't remember who Carl Froch fought. That Kelly Price, my God. Yeah, 2010. 2010, Audley Harrison. 2010. Flipping years ago, man. 2010, people. Like, you know what it is, bro? I recognized it was. I'll be honest with you, because look, I'm overweight. So before anyone says, "Oh, Beats is doing it," I'm overweight too. But she didn't used to be that heavy, did she? How did she get that big? How did she get that big? What kind of food are people being fed, or what are they eating? Is it the food industry, or is it self accountability? What do you reckon, Chan? What do you reckon? fucking with me right now. What is it? She didn't used to be that big. Or did she? Have I got that wrong? They hated Bugner, man. Oh, Chan's saying she's lost weight. Okay, she's actually lost weight. So what size was she? Chan, you want the ramen noodles, yeah? The ramen noodles. Okay, she's slim in comparison now. Or is it because she's wearing black? Yeah, but look at all the stuff that Fury did, man. Fury flipping, talking about women should be chained up in the kitchen. And what did he say about the fairy boys then? I mean, he went on some Buja Bantan to get it. He tried to do a Shabba ranking on the word. And then ended up kissing the man on his cheek to prove that he wasn't homophobic. Oh, she's on a weight loss journey. Okay, she's actually did well then. She did well then. How did she get that big then? If she was bigger than what she is now. I remember Kelly Price didn't used to be that big, Chan, man. She wasn't always that big. Because she had some songs out a few years back, man. She's young, man. She's not that old. She's not that young. She's not that old, I should say. Maybe she was all that size. I don't know. I'm just looking at her younger photos. I think she was always kind of sturdy. Yeah, in this picture here, but then again, you never know. It could be they could have photoshopped it. She looks very slim in this photo here. She looked very slim. Is it Priceless? A song called Priceless. And then in this one here, she looks slim. '52. She's only 52. But then again, 52 is young to me. I'm getting old, man. I'm just like aging up. She wasn't in the More Money, More Problems video because she was huge. Oh gosh. So she sung and they got someone else to front the video, yeah? Oh no. Yeah, I think she's always been a bit on the large side. All good, all good. It's all good. But you know what it is, man? It's our diets, isn't it? Like Caribbean, American diets, just like flipping African American diet and the soul food and that, man. They out her on a monitor, just her face. Okay. Oh, okay. That's nasty. That's nasty work, man. Toes is chunky but funky. That's nasty work, though. Why would they do that? Lady Chan says, nah, American food has a lot of chemicals. It's not the soul food, it's the chemicals. Yeah, if you take the chemicals, you fry them up in seed oils and that. Look at it, this is just ratchet, man. This shit ratchet. Whoop that trick, you know. Hustle and soul. Whoop that trick. Tom says 52 is old, full upon fallopian tubes, defunct. Oh no. I'm old, bro. I know I'm old. I'm old now. That's ratchet. You can't come out to whoop that trick. Hustle and Flow, the film was Terrence Howard. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. My God. That film was ratchet, wasn't it? That was one ratchet ass film, bro. Who's that? Boozy. Who's that Boozy come out in the fur, you know? That's Boozy, you know? Didn't Boozy nearly die the other day? Tone said, we're not going to need to breed for years and years. So we don't need periods for after a while. I can't wait till mine is gone. Oh, no. You want to get rid of your cycles. You don't want to get rid of your cycles like that. Man, that means you're old when you have to get rid of the cycles, man. Boozy is a ratchet ass MC, and he's really ratchet. Come on, man, Boozy. Why you never get Papoose to rap? Papoose ain't got no hits like Boozy. Okay. Yours are giving you the blues, yeah, champ. Giving you the blues. I'll tell you another fighter who was really disliked. James DeGale. James DeGale was disliked. Very much disliked. You got to take a week off your shows every month because of the cycle. Yeah. See, men don't understand all that when you're going through pain. That's your friend's kid's cousin, the girl. Yeah, the girl was hated. The girl was hated. Yeah, Eddie Hearn has dropped a lot of fighters, dropped them off, and they have to go back into the ecosystem, looking at how they're going to pay their bills. O'Hara Davis, like we said, there's been a lot more. Yeah, it's not good. Not nice, Jim. Not nice. Doesn't sound nice. Doesn't sound nice. You know what I mean? Guess us dudes don't know when we got a good tone. You know what I mean? But surely when they stop, you're faced with you're faced with the next phase, isn't it? What do they call it again? Can't remember what they call it. I'm not gonna. I'm glad I can't remember what they call it because it's probably not gonna sound too politically correct. Menopause, yeah, the menopause. Mm-mm. Menopause. Damn. French on cruise. She was yeah. Looks like a cookout in there, man. I remember trying to remember when my mum was going through it. Now I have a big sister who's going through it, and she hates it. Mm-mm. Damn. Hang in there. What weight are they fighting at? Is it heavyweight? John David Jackson training her. 17-0. Through the distance. Clarissa Shields. Let's try again. Clarissa Shields. T-Rex in the building. Yeah, heavyweight. This is a heavyweight, man. Big barroom punch from. My gosh. Frank, man. My gosh. Let them fight at light heavy, man. Because I ain't getting back in. Look at her wings on her back. What's happened to French on Cruz's body? What's going on? No, that's heavyweight. That's heavyweight for women. 175 is heavyweight. That's heavyweight. Cruz is not in shape, bro. Mm-mm. Cruz got caught with that left hand. Mm-mm. This is a bloody awful fight. Of course, she's punched herself out. She's carrying way too much weight. This is a joke. Where is Clarissa? She landed that left hook. She missed the right hand. That was a wild punch by Clarissa. She's trying to knock her out. Combinations. 4-punch combination by Clarissa. My God. This is a farce. They need to get rid. Listen, man. Listen. 168 needs to be the limit, what they put on television for women. My gosh. What is this? No defense at all. No setting up jabs, feints, or anything. They're just winging shots. My gosh. The Sandman might come out next for them. Amateur night of the Apollo. My gosh. What kind of shape is Franchon Cruz in? She got no chance of winning this, man. Why is she coming so heavy? She's trying to press Clarissa. She's just getting countered easy with them big wide shots, man. Come off it, man. You're not in condition to fight. She's just tough, innit? Franchon Cruz. She's just tough. She's not physically primed at all. She ain't done no aerobic work. This is crazy. Yeah, but she didn't have to come in at 175. She could have come in at 171, 169 or whatever. She came in at 175. She's definitely not a 175 pounder. She's not in shape, man. This is not good for women's boxing, this, man. You compare this to Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. It's like it's just not the same, man. It's just not the same quality. This is just not the same quality, man. It's just a maul. Right hand by Clarissa over the top. They're just like Clarissa's wild as well, man. Franchon caught over that right hand at the end. Neither of them they got 5 KOs between them. Franchon is 38. She beat Shadesha Green at 168 though. That's the way I know her to fight at, man. She don't look like 6 pounds put on that much weight on her. My gosh. That's slow motion. This is not a good advertisement for boxing, man. Gotta come in shape, ladies. We need fights where you come in shape. She always had a bad build like that, Chan. You sure? She didn't always have that build there, Chan. She didn't. I'm sure she did. You know what I mean? She never was had a build like that, Chan. Maybe she didn't. I'm sure she didn't. Maybe I'm wrong. My gosh. This is awful. This is not good. It's an ugly ass fight. No skills. They're just winging shots. Winging shots missing and then mauling inside. Yeah, proper big things are going on. Shan says she had the bad bill, but the extra pounds is making it worse. Oh gosh. And Clarissa trying to punch like she's Razor Radical something, man. Why don't you just box, Clarissa? You can't punch that hard, just box. Use your jab and step around her and do it properly. You're just winging in shots. Use your jab. Use your jab and go to her body. This is awful. Clarissa struggling to push her off. Frenchon just pushing her back. She's just teeing off on Frenchon, you know. That's just wild. That was just wild. Yeah, and smothers her work, yeah. Yeah, she's windmilling, bro. She's willing that she's making flour in there, bro. She's making flour, bro. All you need to do is put some bells of wheat in there, bro. Get some bells of wheat in that ring. You grind it up into some good flour, bro. My gosh. Messy blood. And you see that bait and switch there, yeah? The bait and switch is nasty. If you look at Frenchon Cruz in the fight poster that they're using, right? He looks like a babes on the poster, right? It's two different things, bro. My gosh. That's not the same woman in the fight poster. She looks nothing like the woman in the fight poster. That's more than photoshopped. That's more than Photoshop, man. That is flipping identity fraud. My gosh. The woman in the ring. The woman in the ring looks like a middle-aged woman. The one in the Photoshop looked like she could do videos with Cardi B. My gosh. I'm staying up to watch this? What part of the game is this? Right hand by Clarissa. No defense from her opponent. No defense at all. Clarissa looking to stop her. Take too many punches. Not good for you. Not good for you. Right hand by Clarissa. Can Frenchon just keep taking him? Big up Sylvester. Shan said that's why she feels sorry for men. Options, slim pickings, yeah? The options is slim pickings. This more than Photoshop. This has been Wendy Miller. I mean, proper Wendy Miller. It's a joke, isn't it, Chad? Should I get some sleep? I'm going to bed. I'm committed now. I've started watching it. Moses Atoma versus Jermaine Franklin. I mean, the fight poster is just cracking me up. That's just bait and switch, bro. Look at that. I mean, in the photograph, in the promo for that poster, just. Oh my god. That's bait and switch, bro. That's horrible, man. You done with it here, Chan? Can't take no more of it. There's no skills at all. Right, she put her left hand up now. Try and protect herself. She landed a jab there. Yeah, you got to see it through now. You got to see it through. You got to see it through now. The more they call this what, OnlyFans advertising on the canvas. Yeah, it's Brits. We need our bed. You know, it's all us Brits, me, Tone, and Chan. I mean, I watch boxing. I mean, this time, yeah, should be asleep right now. You know what I mean? Should be sleeping. I watch this brawl. Left hand from Clarissa. Countering by Kuz. Catch the right hand over the top. She's just too slow to even get her hands up in time to try and block the shots. Oh gosh, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, see what you saying? Make women's boxing 3 rounds. Stop it. Stop it. Keep it at 2 rounds. While I still have attention. Not attention deficit. What round we going in there? Crazy, man. Two-minute rounds and done. Yeah, 100%. Too many people advocating for the 3-minute thing. No. Women's boxing is fine at 10-2s. Tom said, if I smoke crack, then at least I have a valid reason for being up at this time on a Monday morning. It's just mad, isn't it? It's mad. And it's us who have, we always have to suffer. Man. All right, Cruz backs off from that exchange. Is her mouth bleeding? Cruz puts the 1-2 together. Clarissa just can't crack hard enough to really put her away like that. Before you can write a stoppage off of this, but she's way ahead now. Cruz's punches are slowing down. Look how open up Cruz's mouth is, man. Jesus. Is it damaged or is she just snapped? No, they shouldn't be allowed to fight above 168. And this is why, Chan. I mean, it's just sloppy, isn't it? It's proper sloppy. A 168 limit is fine with me. My God, it's a tedious one, isn't it? And neither of them have the power to stop each other. Neither of them have the power. I have the power, like Grey Skull. Is it Grey Skull or Grey Stoke? Shield's struggling to get the stoppage, man. Crazy, man. Yeah, it's Grey Skull, isn't it? Madness, man. This fight here, man, it's not a good fight. This is not good. What round we in? I'm just trying to see out the time, see out the clock now. Man, Cruz is just there for the payday, man. There for the payday. It's a terrible fight, man. Not the worst, but it's just not good, man. This time of the night, man. Man, I could pack this stream up happily right now. I'll be honest with you. And I was getting all excited for this, you know. Then it's just like anticlimactic. Yeah, it's one of the worst. It's not even remotely competitive. Cruz is getting out punched in all the flipping exchanges. Slowest jab ever from Cruz. Then she leaves on Carissa. What's Carissa going in response? Tries the big overhand right. Raposo sees it, turns her head. Carissa gritting her teeth, trying to get some real power in them shots. Well, not Santa Cruz, but Cruz not dead in the water yet, I guess. Okay. Cruz backing up. Long right hand for Clarissa. Not good. Not good design. Not good entertainment. Got to get the win back down to 168 limit. You can have 175-pound bouts, but you can't put it on in a fight time slot. You know what I mean? A prime fight time slot to watch this. No. Don't make sense. Chan said Cruz is already 40 pounds overweight, and it is what it is. Okay. We're Monday. Oh, man. Dumbass fuck. Around it. Chris is still trying to tell. Chris could see all the punches coming. She could just see them coming. One few cracking up. Just getting those gloves up. And swatting them off. Awful. I lost total track of it now. I was enthusiastic at first, but it's just like took the starch out of it for me. Going into round 9, I think. Watching replays. Yeah, it's not good. At least get a knockdown. Chris is circling counterclockwise. Oh, man. Celebrity, get me out of there. Nice defense by Cruz. Rolled his shoulders. Jab to the stomach, jab to the head by Cruz. Oh, but this is, so I'm getting tired as well. It's probably not in this fight, but getting tired. That mouth not looking clever for Cruz. Ugh. Get some kidney. Yeah, some kidneys, mate. Okay, good. All right, baby. Sorry for you,